sir, when you're ready to make your choice, or if you have further questions. Oh my gosh, that's you picking Brad Pitt. Dude, there's so much to read here.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. A better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. Isn't it just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom? I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
Chat, I wonder if Elysium's even real. Right? They lied about Project Zero Dawn to get people to do what needed to be done. I wonder if Elysium is another lie. Like the whole, like, you know, live in Elysium, that might just be like, you know, kill you quietly. It is vitally important candidates choose to participate in Zero Dawn voluntarily and knowingly without additional coercion, blah, 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 blah. Confirm that they were selected due to their skill sets and accomplishments. Emphasize that their dedicated participation will increase the project's chances of success. They will question fairness. Likewise, they may balk at the morality. They may challenge the plausibility, show them this and this. Okay. I've been doing a lot of reading. I'm not ready to read word for word anymore.
You'll see. Away.
I know, I'm thinking out loud. This is fun for me. I like sharing my thoughts.
Intruder! Get her!
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Thanks. Oh wait, can I go through here?
Guy.
Why is this guy like untargetable half the time? Get his gun? Oh man, it's really hard to reach right now.
Rush the enemy!
That was a lot of shots to miss at point blank range.
Power's down.
Is there another route?
I've done this before. Just need my focus.
I'm gonna have to move this, it's in the way.
Zero Dawn. It is odd in a way.
an expression on the grandest scale, but there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair. Not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
Thinking of the meme. Art!
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural to be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it.
Abomination.
Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
You better download what you need, buddy. The internet's gonna go down.
Should give me the upper hand. Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
Do I just mirror it?
There's a part missing. Maybe there's a storage area nearby.
Oh wait, I see it now. Okay, I didn't see it at first. Left, up, left, down, right. Left, up, left, down, right.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes.
I was thinking this
If you
thing was
want it
upside
fixed,
down.
send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Alright, so I gotta find this storage room nearby.
Found one. Looks intact.
Did I only need one?
That should do the trick. Now let's
Okay.
get that door open.
Alright, so this thing's upside down. So that should be down, left, up, right, down.
That did it. Door should have power.
Cool.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
I got the Griffin and less keys than Flute. I'm happy. I too got the Griffin. Why did she drop the heavy gun? I had the heavy gun and she dropped it, Chad.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
So I'm locked in and my giant gun is way back there. Dude, this is so stupid. I had a big weapon just for this situation. And she dropped it as she entered the room and locked the door behind her. Okay, his tank is burning. I gotta go away. Wait, what? Where's the other one?
Incoming.
Oh, ooh, you made me jump.
You can't evade the shadow.
Oh, I thought he'd drop his weapon.
Get.
That's the last of them. Or not.
She's still here. You're finished.
equipment anyway.
Oh my goodness.
Let's get moving. You have to find Gaia.
Dude, I'm very bitter about hauling that heavy weapon all the way here, and then she drops it, enters the room, and the door locks behind her. I was
already.
like, are you for real? Very bitter about that. She has berries, she's fine, yes. Berries do tend to fix all the problems until you're out of berries. Which coincidentally is fixed by more berries.
Hello.
From Elizabeth Sobek. If I doubted your brilliance in the slightest, I wouldn't have picked you as the Hephaestus Alpha. You need to stop worrying about your age and communication style. You are who you are. Have confidence in yourself. You know what you're doing. Case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction and stocking of bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This, combined with your design for the AM Foundry Core and the Foundry site selection plan, add up to a comprehensive plan. It's time to start construction. One detail, consult with Aomide Okilo before you finalize the silo inventories. Hephaestus' first task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers. The long necks? Were they called long necks or tall legs? I think I know what we're talking about. That will transmit the deactivation code, so any exotic materials needed for the tower should be accounted for the inventory plan. Ooh. Wait, wouldn't that mean that if we destroyed a long neck, that they stop broadcasting the deactivation codes? And there was a broken tall neck next to Hades?
Hello, I'm Margot Shen,
Jesus.
and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple.
You're lucky I didn't shoot you.
So you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots. And not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulations, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical in places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
True. Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Hephaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. I've seen it myself, in the cauldrons. Stalkers, Ravagers, the Thunderjaw. How could it do that? And why?
Why indeed?
We didn't see a Thunderjaw in a cauldron. We fought a Thunderjaw outside of town, and that was just because I picked a fight with it. And now I feel like I missed something, chat. I wonder if I missed a cauldron. Do you have a skill point to make it easier to carry heavy stuff? I mean, I kind of wanted to get a leader strike. But I guess we've got this right now. Oh, this is where I shot up at this guy.
I think this
I'm at
is
sea
it.
turtle.
Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
More Eclipse.
Careful now.
I can't crouch with this thing. It won't let me. I guess we're going in like Rambo. Better not take my gun away again.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world ensuring redundancy. Second,
Redundancy is good.
the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
A thought? What if the focus is like just to tap into Apollo and all of our level ups that we're spending like on lift heavy gun are like assassinate people? Like that's what we're choosing to do with our Apollo knowledge and we don't realize it. Over the past 10 days, I performed an exhaustive review of data storage solutions, magnetic, optical, and quantum, even that Eternity tech that FAS was shilling a year or so ago, but every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings. Too heavy to transport, too massive to install in the allotted space, too power-intensive over centuries, too prone to failure past 300 to 400 years. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold the 40-plus zettabytes we're projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize, of course. To start with, we need to select the inert material in which we'll embed the molecules, already testing 16 candidate materials, as well as design and fabricate the power systems and sealed reliquaries that will keep the DNA at minus 18 degrees Celsius. The only wildlife we've seen so far are turkeys, raccoons, foxes, rabbits, and pigs. What if those animals have Apollo in them? Dude, I'm coming up with new theories after every 3 sentences I read. So long as I assure you it didn't factor in my decision, may I confess that I deem it entirely fitting, indeed propitious, I don't know that word, that we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. It's not just ironic, but heroic. Life is the hero beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much ado until next time. That would be a thing, wouldn't it? Okay, so we can't get in the Apollo office. We can go up here. Wait, I think that's... Okay, that is where we came from, so we need to go down. Hold on.
My turn.
Just making sure that talent I picked kicked in. Oh gosh, there's another one. Wait, is this the same one we just read? Okay, yeah. That's the one we just read. I'm not here.
All of this lost. The ancients' greatest gift to us.
Greatest? How about the fact we exist at all?
To abide in ignorance is ignorance. You of all people should know that.
I've only got 1 shot left in this thing. Alright, let's just drop it.
There's the last of them. Alone once more.
Flawless room.
In what should have been a cave of wonders.
Well, that gun certainly made it a lot easier, didn't it? I bet I can't climb the ladder with it. Yeah. It's over here. You would think a giant gun would attract everyone, apparently not. I mean, they did attract them to walk into it single file.
Welcome to Hades. Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol. The ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what the... what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order.
I mean, it's defensive,
Tech
right?
smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere you're growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos. Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing
Hades is a
and
reset.
life-loving to do. Which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over.
Oh, this is
Okay,
so much.
Not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But
Hades was meant to be a reset.
Takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still.
So,
kind of metal.
Is Hades the corruption?
So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
This is noise complaints about someone blasting death metal, and I can't work like this. Tate here, just popped 3 blues, but I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Gaia's rather extreme executive authority. If that ain't worth 10 to 12 hours of dream time, what is? Before this, every usurpation protocol I designed failed in simulation because it was either too hard or too soft. Too hard, it degraded the Gaia core. Sure, it pried her figurative figures off the figurative driving wheel so Hades could take control, but by breaking her fingers. Sometimes her arms too, so that couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades has done its business, so had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for the wear. Too soft, and Gaia only pretended to relinquish control. In simulation after simulation, Hades would take command of the terraforming system, reverse operations, so they'd have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly re-reversing processes and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Sneaky, I swear, ain't nothing Gaia wouldn't do to keep life going, even when it's just simulated plant life. Turns out the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, preserving its integrity, then unseat it from the command position so Hades can slip into the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on strong now. I'm not really describing it so clear, but pretty sure it'll work. Yeah, those blues are pretty strong. Guess it's time to sleep in bed. I'll back to tomorrow. Okay, so is the current Gaia trapped? This mail concerns Apollo Archive submission, your 666 submission in just 5 days. Oh, what a doozy. Despite earlier warnings and appropriate materials, you chose to submit holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Allow me then to thank you on 2 counts for giving me the pleasure of rejecting your submission. Wait, is he talking about porn? Thereby consigning your favorite Eastern European torture flicks and their ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. It truly warms my heart to know that I've saved future humanity from the ordeal of experiencing not just one, but all 16 installments of Making a Millipede. Don't worry, the Pasolini material has already been preserved, extreme perhaps, but art. For clarifying a concept that has been so long ambiguous and ethically fraught for archivists such as myself, the definition of obscenity. You have freed me from the subjective quagmire embodied in Judge Potter's famous utterance, I know it when I see it. Thanks to you, I can now apply a single objective criterion. If Travis Tate submits it, it's obscene. Accordingly, I have directed Apollo staff to summarily reject all of your future submissions sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest the time you would have spent preparing further submissions on, I don't know, your work? We have a world to save after all, or the rest of us do anyway. Great job, Doctor. Now you're the reason Tate went bad. You rejected his porn and all future porn. That's when we lost the war, chat.
Looks like
that's when Tate went bad.
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, can modify.
Is he French? I'm not sure.
Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances, but as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem, to say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
Alright, chat, he just described the freaking pods in the Matrix. Do y'all realize that? The cradle facilities? He's basically saying when the world is ready, these machines regrow humans. And then I guess we were probably supposed to be plugged into Apollo after that.